Good day everyone, welcome back to Gurung Vlogger ng Kuwait. Today, I'll be discussing Unit 7 Module 2 Differences. Before I continue, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to be more updated with more videos in the future. Before I start, let's answer some questions given in the book. First question is, what do you know about Afghanistan? Afghanistan is located in Central Asia, bordered by Iran to the west and Pakistan to the east. Tall forbidding mountains and dry deserts cover much of Afghanistan. Second question is, what do you know about Muslims? Muslims are people who practice or follow Islam. Third question is, what views about Afghans and Muslims do we get from the society? There are many people and movies that imply that Muslims and Afghans are terrorists, which is not true. Not all Muslims are terrorists and have bombs. Now that we've answered the questions, let's move on to the novel 1000 Splendid Suns, written by Khalid Hosseini. Imagine losing your family and being forced to marry an older, abusive man. This was the experience of both Mariam and Layla, the main characters in 1000 Splendid Suns. It tells the story of two young girls in Afghanistan from the 1960s through the 2000s. We followed them as they form a close bond through these years, enduring the relentless abuse and cruelty of their husband. The book is divided into 4 parts, one each about the girls' lives before meeting, one about their lives together with their husband, and one about Layla's life afterward. Mariam, a young girl in the 1960s, grows up outside Herat, a small city in Afghanistan. Mariam has complicated feelings about her parents. She lives with her spiteful and stubborn mother, Nana, while her father Jalil, a successful businessman, visits Mariam, his only illegitimate child, once a week. Mariam resents her limited place in Jalil's life. She wants to live with him, his 3 wives, and her half-siblings in Herat. She makes her wishes known by asking Jalil to take her to see Pinocchio for her 15th birthday. Jalil reluctantly agrees, but then never shows up to take her to the film. Mariam walks to Herat and finds Jalil's house, but he doesn't let her in, so she sleeps on the street. The next morning, Jalil's chauffeur drives Mariam home, where she finds that her mother has committed suicide. Mariam is taken to Jalil's house after her mother's funeral. Jalil's wives want nothing to do with Mariam, so they force him to let her marry Rashid, a widowed shoemaker in Kabul. At first, Rashid treats Mariam decently, but after she suffers miscarriage after miscarriage, he abuses her both physically and verbally. It becomes clear that Rashid's only use for Mariam is in her ability to replace the son he lost years ago. Growing up down the street from Rashid and Mariam is Layla, a young, intelligent girl from a loving family. However, the Afghani war against the Soviets disrupts Layla's childhood, and both her older brothers leave to join the war. Layla seeks comfort from her best friend, Tariq, a boy a few years older than her. Just before Layla reaches adolescence, her parents receive news that both of their sons have been killed. A few years later, war rushes Kabul and bombs fall on the city regularly. By now, Tariq and Layla are teenagers and in love. As Tariq tells Layla that he and his family are fleeing to Pakistan, the couple makes love for the first time, quickly and passionately. A few days later, Layla's parents decide to leave Afghanistan as well, but as they were packing, a rocket hits their house, killing Layla's parents and wounding her. Rashid and Mariam nurse Layla back to health, and after she recovers, a stranger, Abdul Sharif, brings her news that Tariq has died. Devastated and realizing she's pregnant with Tariq's child, Layla agrees to marry Rashid. Mariam is initially hurt and threatened by Layla's presence, and refuses to have anything to do with her. However, after Layla gives birth to a daughter, Aziza, the women come to see themselves as allies against Rashid's abusive, manipulative ways. A few years later, Layla gives birth to a son, Zalmai. Then, one afternoon, after years of abuse and sadness, Layla is shocked to see a man standing at her front door, Tariq. Tariq and Laila spend the afternoon together while Rashid is at work. Laila and Mariam realize that Rashid hired Abdul Sharif to tell Laila about Tariq's untrue demise so she wouldn't run away. When Rashid finds out that Tariq has come home, he brutally beats Laila with a shovel. Mariam kills Rashid. The next day, Mariam turns herself over to the Taliban in an effort to clear the way for Laila to find sanctuary for herself and her children in Pakistan with Tariq. In Pakistan, Tariq and Laila marry and finally begin the life they dreamed of so many years ago. With time, both of Laila's children warm up to Tariq and they enjoy their new life. But in September 2001, their happiness is overshadowed by news that the United States has attacked Afghanistan. Following the US invasion, conditions in Kabul improved, and Laila insists that her family move back to home so they can help rebuild their city. They stop by Herat on their way to Kabul, where Laila visits Mariam's old house and is able to come to terms with her grief over Mariam's execution. Laila and Tariq build a new life in Kabul. Laila becomes a school teacher at the orphanage where Aziza once lived. And when Laila becomes pregnant, she decides that if she has a girl, she'll name her Mariam. And that is all for my video. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe and hit the notification bell to be updated with more videos. Bye!